Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. Oh my freaking goodness! There's a brand new release out by Remette, and I'm trying to figure out how to get it out of the package. This one looks very nice, and if you're excited about it, I'm excited about it because I think they only made like 50 of these on round one, and everybody goes nuts. Okay, here we go. How smart do you have to be to get into a box? But I hope you're having a fantastic day. This is very cool because there is a secret hidden feature in this knife that I'm going to see if I can figure out. Ooh, sweet. There's two versions of this knife too. Every time Version comes out with new knives, every time Remette comes out with new knives, they're always cool, they're always innovative, and this probably is not going to be an exception. This is the Remette Rt-Woodpecker. Would you look at it? Just look at it and all of its woodpeckerness. Now this is titanium, and there's another one that looks like kind of gold. I'll put it across your screen here in just a minute. It has a backspacer. Have you noticed yet that there's no screws? Oh, what's that all about? And look at this, a little bit of texture vision for you. Ooh, yeah, it feels just like it looks. Just a nice little bit of soft milling going on. Let's see what's on this side. Oh, look, no screws. What? You guys remember the other one? I think it's the RK one? That other one that sold out in like 2 seconds because it's like this? The question is, how do we take this apart? I'm going to show you in just a second. It has a titanium backspacer, a 3D milled titanium clip on this side. It's not reversible. Now, let's see. Obviously, it's got to be meant to be reverse flick. Can we reverse flick it? Are you ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice and sleek. I'll show you what this looks like next to the Peregrine Falcon here in just a minute, because I know there's a lot of Peregrine Falcon fans. This is M390 blade steel. Very nice cutout up here, and yeah, we'll check out a little bit more of the action and the ergos here in just a second. Let me check out the fit while I'm thinking about it. So no movement left, right, up, or down, and the lockup is right in the middle. Ooh, very nice, very, very nice. So we have perfect amount of pass through, and I don't have to dig my thumb in there. It's very easy to disengage. I'm liking that. I'm liking it a lot. And the blade is centered. So this is a front flipper or thumb holer. You can front flipper or thumb holer, whichever you prefer. Now the question is, how do we take this apart, right? Well, first, let me give you a couple quick size comparisons before I go off on a tangent. Here's what it looks like next to the Peregrine Falcon. And it's kind of blending in with my gray background. That's all right. So this is smaller. This is going to be a smaller everyday carry. Let's see. You know, I got to show a QSP penguin because everybody should have a penguin, right? So there's a penguin. And there, okay, so about the exact same length as a QSP penguin. And let's see what it looks like next to a Spyderco Para 3. Right in that ballpark. Let's see. Yeah, just about the exact length of that one. So we're right in the medium size range of knives. And this one, okay, the question is it going to be cool? Here it is next to a pin. Does that help you any? Now this bad boy from tip to tip is 6.97 inches, 17.7 centimeters. You have a 2.95 inch blade, 7.5 centimeters, and then your handle is 4.02 inches, 10.2 centimeters. We'll see how much it weighs here in just a second because I don't think it's very heavy. It's going to be what, around the 3.5, 4 ounce mark, something to that effect. Now, let's see if we can figure out how to take this apart, because that I think is going to be the big cool thing about this one. There's a big old stop pin right here. It has cage ceramic ball bearings. So facing this direction, my understanding from looking is we push up. Oh yeah. And look at that. Swing. Now we have access to the inside where you can take it apart with, are those T6s? That looks like a T6. That down there looks like it might be a T6 or a T8. I'll double check here real quick. And I'm not going to lie, I was kind of wondering how this buckle connection was going to work. See how it slides kind of like you hang stuff, you know, like you hang things on walls. Let's see, the pivot's a T8. And down here, yeah, that's what I suspected. So inside is a T6. Inside for the pocket clip is also a T6. So that's how you take the pocket clip off. That's how you're going to take this apart. And this, or if you just want to carry it around like this, I guess you could. But here's a look at the inside of the buckle connection. The one thing I was worried about was how difficult or how easy is it going to be to use that. And oh, here's what it looks like on this side. See there? The best thing I can think of is, you know, kind of how you hang things on walls and I was wondering what the tolerances were going to be like, see if there was any kind of play. Now, I do know they only made, I think, like 50 of these, and, oh, okay, so that's what I was wondering, is there going to be any rattle or feel? There's nothing. You cannot tell. I mean, there's no play or rattle or anything indicating, that there's any looseness. So the tolerances on this are very nice. Now, you can reverse flick it. Ooh, okay. Let me back out here and give you a couple things. My hand's 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. Let's just see how it feels. Okay, so for a wide width hand, there's plenty of handle. And the jimping, let's take a look at the little jimps. So the jimping is not very aggressive. I like aggressive jimping. You can see here, it's a little bit bigger, a little bit slidier. I mean, it does help, but it's not as aggressive as I prefer, but that's just my personal preference. If I'm bearing down and actually using this and pushing, I can feel it. Now, I am feeling all of this inner workings right here that is very typical for like G10 knives or any liner lock type knives. I can feel this, but I kind of doubt that if someone's getting this, they're going to be using this for hardcore work anyway. They're not going to be out bushcrafting or cutting open bags of concrete. They're going to use this as an ooh, boy, that's smooth. For an everyday carry pocket knife to open up Amazon packages, tactical Oreo bag, swing, things like that. Why does my mind always go to tactical Oreo bags? I mean, sweets, there's something about it. But the reverse flick is a little slow for me. Yeah, a little bit of learning curve. I guess I'm doing better with my finger farther down here than farther up here, but slow roll is real easy. And then, oh yeah, look at that. The index flip, that's money. That's very nice. That is extremely easy to do. So you have the perfect amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Angle, fulcrum? No, give me one of those nerdy words down below. What do you call it? Mechanical advantage? I can't think of the word, but it's a very easy front flipper. So if you're not a big front flipper fan, this one, and by the way, if you're using a front flipper, don't try to open it like people do on YouTube. That's not how you do it. You open a front flipper facing you like this, and then it's a natural movement. So if you have a front flipper and you haven't tried that, go grab it, get it right now, face the knife at you like this, then try it. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, why have I not been opening my front flipper that way? So there's your 3 pretty much primary means of deployment. Can I use my thumb? That's a question. I don't know. It might take a little practice. Let's see. Yeah, just a tad of English and up high, up here, rather than down here. Then, oh yeah, this is definitely a thumb flicker. Okay, so you have front flip, back flip, over the top. Can I do this way? A little bit of practice. It's all a little bit of learning curve. You put your hand to the side, then you can do it. So yeah, it's very smooth. The action is superb. It's typical with what Remette puts out. They're putting out really good stuff. They listen to the knife community, and I think this is a neat one that look how clean and crispy that is. I mean, that's as crispy as it gets. There's no screws. And I almost forgot to show you what it looked like. Where's my Peregrine Falcon? Here's the newest Peregrine Falcon with the backup lock right here. I have another video on that. Maybe I'll put a link up here or over here or something where you can go check this video out to the Peregrine Falcon. But this is the newest version, and just so you know, this is a pivot lock, right? And when you have this secondary lock, like a backup, you can't even push the pivot. And this pivot, when it's not locked, here, I'll unlock it and show you. When you push this, it actuates the liner lock. And then when you have it locked, you can't even actuate that liner lock. So that's an added plus. That's a very cool thing about this knife before I get on a tangent. So if you have the RT Peregrine Falcon, there's the woodpecker. Looks like we're going down the birds. So you can have a bigger and a secondary carry. Now, what is this I'm noticing? Oh, very cool. Check this out. So we have the primary bevel, and then we have a flat, like a satin flat, just at the very top of that primary bevel. And then we get into this big, giant fuller area right here. But is this going to be a comfortable knife? It feels really good in the hand. This little bit of milling up here does feel very nice. You know, this is a pretty sweet knife. I mean, I like it. It's a Mr. Fancy Pants. So tell me what you think about the new Remette Rt-Woodpecker. We'll talk about this on the live stream every Friday night, 8:15 to around midnight Eastern time. That's where we talk about knives that were on the channel. And this I'm impressed. This is easier to take apart than the last one that I showed from them. That was kind of like an integral that you could take apart. It's the finish on it, or the fit, is the thing that I was concerned about. I was like, what's that going to be like? But once I slide it down, it is very tight. There's no movement at all. So, and if they're all like this one, that's not going to be an issue. And just normal use like this, I'm pushing, nothing's happening. It's not sliding off. I'm having to put down some pressure, and then you can hear that audible click. And then it just kind of slides back in, and it's tightened. So that's a very cool feature. Yeah. So all of my all of my mysteries or the questions in my head about how that was going to work are gone. That is as simple as it gets. I like it. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to talk about it some more. I'll put links down in the description to the only place you can get this bad boy. And right now, as of this moment, this is the only time it's been reviewed on YouTube because it's that new. So go watch this video. You'll really enjoy that. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the hive stream, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.